Many people imagine that spiritual enlightenment is the end of all problems. Once you reach some great moment of awakening, life becomes smooth, serene, and blissful forever. You float above your troubles and are untouched by the chaos of the world. But the truth is much more human and much more meaningful, because even after spiritual awakening, you still have to do laundry. That's the heart of Jack Kornfield's book, After the Ecstasy. It's a wise, grounded, and deeply compassionate look at what happens after those moments of spiritual breakthrough. After the retreats, after the visions, after the bliss. What happens when you go back to your regular life, with your partner, your job, your habits, your fears, and yes, your dirty clothes. The title itself is a modern take on a classic Zen saying. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. It means that no matter how deep your spiritual insight, the practical realities of life do not disappear. Monks still sweep floors. They still cook meals, carry water from the well, and gather firewood. The difference is in how they do it. They do it with presence, with peace, and with full awareness. Ordinary tasks become sacred when done with a quiet mind and an open heart. Jack Kornfield takes this timeless idea and brings it into the modern world. He shares stories of monks, nuns, spiritual teachers, and everyday seekers who've touched something divine. The moments of deep stillness, connection, love, even ecstasy. But afterward they return to the world of dishes, traffic, taxes, heartbreak, and human emotions. One of the book's main messages is that enlightenment does not make you superhuman. It does not remove your personality or erase your pain. Instead, it changes your relationship to those things. You may still feel anger, sadness, or fear, but you are no longer enslaved by them. You begin to observe them with compassion, rather than being consumed by them. You become more honest, more open, and more real. The spiritual path becomes less about escaping life and more about entering it completely, with your heart fully awake. The real journey, Kornfield says, begins after awakening. The initial insight is just the beginning. The real challenge is integration. How to live your awakening in your relationships, in your parenting, in your workplace, in grief, in love, in silence, and in noise. It's not glamorous. It's not dramatic. But it's where the transformation takes root. So much of the book is about the sacredness of ordinary life. Folding clothes, cooking, having a conversation. These activities become spiritual practices when done with awareness. Enlightenment isn't about staying in the clouds. It's about bringing light into the world, into the everyday. Kornfield reminds us that even the great teachers struggle. Even they return to heartbreak, ego, conflict, and difficulty. But what changes is the quality of their presence. The grace, the forgiveness, the kindness they bring to themselves and others. This book is especially important for people who have touched deep spiritual experiences during meditation, in nature, through loss, or even psychedelics, and then found themselves confused or lost when they returned to real life. It speaks to that post-awakening period when the bliss fades and the laundry remains. It tells us, you're not doing anything wrong. This is part of the path. Because after the ecstasy, there is still laundry, still wood to chop, still water to carry, still bills, still emotions, still dishes. But now, there's also presence, there's compassion, there's depth, and maybe, just maybe, that's where your true spiritual life begins. Have you ever had a powerful spiritual experience that was followed by an unexpected return to ordinary life? How did it affect you? What changed? I'd really love to hear your story. Please share it in the comments below. And remember, the path isn't somewhere else. It's right here, in this breath, in the laundry basket, in the way you show up, moment by moment.